Camera, I don't you look fantastic. I will get onto the dresses at the end. Yeah.
Like blind date.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm Eleni. Edifidu. Together we're Levantis Dance Theatre. Yeah.
Okay, firstly, how come you're so beautifully dressed up? And yeah, secondly, just kind of tell us all about your next project, what it's going to be about, that kind of thing. So, yeah, we better have a sort of introduction to the outfits, I think.
We're very different in size and height and colour and you know, like, so I think it's quite interesting when we kind of blanket all that with a costume that kind of connects us really strongly. Yeah. Because I think then you notice even more our differences.
None of the taxi drivers want to take us. So
too weird.
Yeah, too weird. We're working now for a new project, which is called Room Temperature Romance, and it will be premiered at the Barbican in October. And Sam is our producer, which is working in the green room.
The kind of stuff that we're doing, the stuff that we're interested in, is kind of really ordinary stuff, you know, like task-based things, or kind of the way someone moves. It's quite mundane. So I think the costume and the set is a kind of way of kind of highlighting how gorgeous these things can be, you know.
How would you describe your current practice?
It's dance theatre, visual theatre. We use lots of costumes, we use lots of props. The things we're interested in are just really normal, everyday things, little nuances, differences in people's behaviour. So we use lots of visual things to communicate that, because we're not particularly interested in telling someone something, because we believe in a visual communication rather than a narrative of something, because then you're just telling someone your ideas rather than letting them experience it.
Could you please describe a specific one of your performances, an example of recent work maybe, or I suppose specifically something that's been here?
Should we describe canapé art?
Yes, we can. Canapé art is a work that is performed in non-theatres and non-black box theatres, and is performed in galleries, in pubs, in outdoor festivals, in outdoor spaces, like anywhere. Street, in casinos. In Nottingham, that was really interesting.
There's like two strands to our work, and I think we're really interested in making black box theatre, because it gives us, it's the best format for us. But I think canapé art is something that feeds in a lot of the time to the black box pieces we make. There's a kind of code of behaviour that's in a black box theatre, and kind of when you put yourselves as a performer in all manner of different areas, like we said, or you know, like in parks, in the middle of the city centres, in casinos, when people feel much freer, I think you learn a lot more, because you can't control things as much. People will react to you, so you have to. I think we're interested in that, responding to people rather than just creating things that should be adored by people. It's that kind of that conversation between audience and performer, that kind of sharing of something rather than. And I think that canapé art gives us a lot of that, and it's very interesting for anything we then transfer to stage. You know, we can't have lights or projection or anything to make us fabulous. We just have to. It's quite raw. Like we're often there with nothing but our cans of Guinness and a portable CD player. So yeah.
Why did you choose Greenroom, or indeed why did Greenroom choose you? How did you and Greenroom find each other for this performance particularly?
It's very difficult as an artist to show work in general. So there was an application that it said that work in progress is very welcomed. So we just applied with an idea, and that was really, really good. So we performed 2 years ago here.
It's the diversity of stuff that's here is good. Because we were trained in dance and stuff, and we did a lot of dance platforms, which made it. Well, we didn't really feel at home at it. It was quite uncomfortable, finding, when people were a lot more, because they come to dance events, I think people were a lot more.
They expect something
have
different.
certain type of expectation of you for you. And then it didn't really let us kind of breathe. So it was nice to kind of come and work within a sphere that I think is good for us, like a creative sphere, rather than one that's, predicted by kind of title in it.
Yeah, that's the thing, because there's loads of like venues and there's loads of applications that they say it's a dance platform, so or it's a theatre platform, or experimental theatre, and I think the green room was just open, it was open to anything. So
And how did the relationship between you and Green Room sort of progress after you'd made the initial thing? Was it? I mean, as you said, you've been aware of it previously, but obviously this would have been your first time putting stuff on here. Was it kind of what you'd imagined it might be? Did it go smoothly? Did it?
Yeah, I mean, from the 2 years ago, then the next year, last year, we performed in the performance space with the piece Gina Satunas, and then we had a phone call from them saying, would you like, from Tamsin Jury, so saying if we would be interested in touring that piece that we showed in Emergency in the Northwest. So basically they have like two or three companies, and they tour in different, in Leeds, at the National Theatre, then in La Sage Art Centre, like in different venues in the north. So from then, when Gina Satsuma's, when it was chosen, we kind of got more involved, in the green room, and the technical department has always been so helpful with us. Devote their time to. We have 2 hours, and this 2 hours is for us. There's like probably 20 other companies, but that's really, for me, it's not rare to find it in venues, but especially when you don't know them as well, it's like nice for someone to take care of you.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I think the technical department, Stephen Jackson, and that they're kind of like, they're interested in your work, like they want to make your work look good. They like your work, they're into the art, and they're into the stuff they put on the stage. Because there are loads of places where there's like technicians and stuff, and they're just like, so many times we've like not had music or not had lights. Like they really want to make it good, and they're really interested, and they suggest things, and then it's like, then it's kind of that's really good for you, because they have expertise that we don't have, that they suggest things. And I just think that's a really nice thing. Sam and Tamsin as well. We've formed really good relationships with them.
Awesome. So looking back, do you kind of do you see now that the Green Room, would you say it played any kind of significant role in your sort of artistic development, your development of your practice?
This feels like somewhere familiar, which I think is really important when you're doing stuff. And as far as developing kind of, I think our style, I think it's been good because they've kind of given us a freedom, and they've surrounded us by people doing equally interesting and unusual things, which has made us feel more comfortable about what we're doing. And also surrounded us by people who are doing, kind of on the edge stuff that kind of, it feeds into your own work, because you kind of, that diversity of work, kind of, if we'd gone to just dance platforms all the time and surrounded ourselves with dancers, we would have felt isolated, because we don't fit religiously in one particular area of performance. And I think that we wouldn't have been inspired by kind of other people so much. Right, for me, that's been a really good thing.
And the basic thing, they have provided us with space, and an audience, which that's what you need.
Do you have any Green Room related memories, anecdotes, or stories that you would care to share with us?
One of the things, the first thing that came to mind, I don't know why it was the first thing that came to mind, was throwing up in that toilet over there when we'd done.
Oh my God.
We did canapé art, and we were eating a lot of things. We had like 4 20-minute sessions or something like that. And we were drinking, we're eating Jacob's cream crackers, drinking Guinness, eating carrots and chocolate and something else. And then one of the last things was to drink a pint of fizzy water. And Eleni couldn't finish hers. So
I couldn't.
And I finished it because I didn't think it was going to. I didn't think we'd get off stage because I knew she was done. There was no more fizzy water going in Eleni. Yeah, so I finished it and then I came through up. So that was one memory for me.
Yeah,
that bathroom actually. We spent a lot of time in that that disabled
Getting
toilet, sorting our wigs out and makeup.
What wigs?
A black wig. Oh. I know this is my natural hair now. The other time.
Awesome. Right, I think that'll do us. Thank you very much.
Thank
It's
you.
been great fun. Thank you.
Don't you think we've come too far to throw